Welcome back to Just Talking. We have a great guest here today, and that is Sabrina Morgan, the president of the UW-Parkside Alumni Association. Sabrina, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks so much for having me.
All right. Well, Sabrina, maybe for those who don't know what the UW-Parkside Alumni Association, what is it?
So the UW-Parkside Alumni Association, it's essentially a friend-raising organization, non-for-profit. So we are a handle of UW-Parkside, but specifically geared towards our alumni. And we are more of that engagement piece and branding, as well as just making it more known what our alumni do in the community, to celebrate their accomplishments, and to also encourage future Rangers to attend the University of Wisconsin-Parkside to eventually become alumni and be able to join the association.
Has this association has been going on for a long time now?
Yes. So it actually formed 50 years ago. So it's
Wow.
going to be 51 years next month. So definitely an organization that is well established, non for profit. And we're just thrilled. I've been a part of the association for probably about 14 years, some
Great.
change. Not all in one stint, but I came back because that's how much I love UW Parkside and our alumni.
Well, let's talk about that. So, when did you graduate, and what did you graduate in at UW-Parkside?
So I graduated in 2003. I know it doesn't seem like I'm a day over 25. So I had a double major in both sociology and communication, with two certifications in community-based learning and conflict resolution. So 2003.
When did you decide to join the Alumni Association? Because it wasn't right after, obviously, when you graduated. So, at what point did you hear about it, or did you what made you go back into it?
So great question. So it actually was right after I graduated in
Oh, it was.
in 2003. Yeah. So we had an alumni relations specialist. Her name is Amber Engel. She's very involved in the community as well. And she used to work in student activities, so she was very familiar with me. And she just said, "Hey, Sabrina, I think you should join the Alumni Association. It's really cool. You get to plan activities." So I'm like, okay. Again, I just graduated. I didn't really know much about it, but she knew that I love to be involved. So she kind of leaned on me as soon as I graduated, which I think was great to have that exposure and then to help me grow. It was the first, postgraduate board that I actually sat on. So it was really great experience. So our term limits for the Alumni Association is actually three consecutive terms. So that would mean for 3 years. So 9 years. So I served 9 years. And then you have to, obviously not serve for at least a year or more before you can come back. And so I had served my 9 years and I'm like, yay, right. I said, I'm retired. And then I was out for a few years, and the current board was like, we really would like for you to come back. We would like to lean on your expertise and your very positiveness, and, with the organization and with the Alumni Association. So I came back, and I was just coming back to help out. And then I was voted in as president. So I am now serving my second term as president. So 4 years under my belt. So I have 2 more years left in this term before I'll be retiring from the Alumni Association again.
Well, I'll tell you, you are just doing a phenomenal job in that role. And I guess that's my question is when you're now role as president, what are your goals or accomplishments you want to complete with the board and with the association?
Absolutely. And so, one thing I should mention is that when graduates complete either their bachelor's degree or their master's degree from UW-Parkside, they're automatically a part of the Alumni Association. If they would like to run for a board position, that is done at our annual meeting, which you were able to experience firsthand. And they're voted on by all of the alumni who attend the annual meeting. And so that's how you join the board. And so my goal has always been to just increase that awareness of the Alumni Association to the alumni, to increase the engagement to our events, our activities, to just UW-Parkside, even just experiencing it as it has really grown and developed. And then to also be able to have those alumni to go out into the community and to continue to share the story of UW-Parkside, because all too often you hear that it is a hidden gem, and we want to make sure that we are really exposing that hidden gem and all the goodness that UW-Parkside has to offer. So those would really be my goals. And we work side by side, the university, and every collaborative effort that we can. It's a really strong partnership because we have, the goal in mind is just to keep our alumni strong and keep UW-Parkside in the forefront of their minds.
You had a great turnout at the meeting, and I'm sure you have a great turnout at these events as well. But we'd like to get more people involved. And my question is, why should someone want to join the UW-Parkside Alumni Association?
I always say that if you had a passion for a UW-Parkside, this is just a way to expand on that. We definitely want to make sure that we continue to grow our events. It's only a benefit to the university, to the association, and to the person itself. It's great networking opportunities as well as just being on a board if they want to be on the board. Being in the various positions is great experience professionally as well. And overall, it just is really about that Parkside spirit and being able to really connect on a deeper level with UW-Parkside. And it's volunteerism. It's giving back. And that's really what's key for me, is being able to give back to the institution that poured into me. And I think that's really key.
I love the events that you guys put on. They're very terrific. Let's talk about the annual events that goes on throughout the year.
Yes. So we are always trying to pull our alumni in the community just to see what is of interest. And so some of our annual events that we have are our wreath making events that is held at UW-Parkside, usually in December. It's wreath making, cocoa, and hot tea. So that's a family-friendly event for our alumni. And then we have Alumni Day at the Kingfish game because we like to support local. And it also serves as a fundraiser for us as well. So if you ever see us out there, Parkside Alumni Association at the Kingfish game, make sure you contribute to the 50-50 raffle because that's a fundraiser piece. We have our annual Alumni Association Day at the Milwaukee Brewers game as well, which is really fun. And then we have those collaborations with the university, where it's Alumni Day at the basketball games to support our Ranger students, right? And then we also just had homecoming, which you were able to experience. And so that was tied to our volleyball and soccer games, which was really cool. And then we also have our Distinguished Alumni event that we collaborate with the university, as well as Parkside Day, which the university takes the lead on Parkside Day, but we host we sponsor the Ranger Reunion to get our Rangers back on campus, mix and mingle and just have fun. And then of course, there's always commencement, where we are there on site to welcome our new alumni walking across stage for both winter and spring. So a lot of events. We also have some networking events as well, um, which are cool to come to and see alumni from all different years and career paths. And so that's a great way to connect. So just a few of our events that we have.
And then that leads me to my last question. If those who want to get involved in the UW-Parkside Alumni Association, should they go on either social media page, website, phone number? Let's see, let's hear it.
Yes, we want all of our alumni to be actively involved. And so they can certainly go on to uwp.edu/alumni, and we have a link directly to us as well as our email. We are on Facebook in terms of social media, and then we are also on LinkedIn. So make sure you go and like the University of Wisconsin Parkside Alumni Association Facebook page. You can send us an email. Again, all of the information is on uwparkside.edu/alumni, and you can gather our information from there as well. We try to be very marketable friendly so that you can find us. And so we would love to have an uptick on those pages and requests for our LinkedIn page as well. And so, yes, we welcome all of our alumni there.
Well, Sabrina Morgan, we thank you so much for talking with us today. You and the board are just an excellent work and volunteerism on the UW-Parkside Alumni Association, and thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thank you so much for having us, and thank you so much for coming out to our events. You are appreciated.